Hey everybody, welcome. Don't really have time for an introduction today. What I'm dealing with is a 2007 Silverado. The dipstick tube at the engine block is leaking like crazy, and O'Reilly, the guy at O'Reilly, says this will fit this. He originally thought I was talking about this. That looks like it would fit that. I told him no, it's the tube, not the dipstick. It's frustrating when they don't know any more than you do. But the way this is, it looks like it would slide on here, but it bevels out, if you could see that, to right there. I'm hoping this ring will roll right onto that. That's the hope. He says this is it. That's awful small. I don't know. But this dipstick tube needs that O-ring, because it's actually, there's two tack welds on this, on the bracket. Bracket's hard to see right here, but just behind that red wire is the bracket, and it busted off that bracket. So the cheap fix, what I'm going to do right now, this was $1.50 for this O-ring. I'm going to put this O-ring on, put the tube back down in the engine block, get some vice grips, and vice grip it to the bracket until I get a whole new tube. So a new tube, everything's about 30 bucks. For now, I'm trying to get it done quickly. I'm running out of time. It's about 5 days till Thanksgiving break for me from work. And I really don't have time to do all that then. So that's what I'm dealing with here right now. So, and the weather turns actually really bad here on Thanksgiving. It'll be down, maybe temperatures getting up to 30, 32 degrees. So got to get this done. Plus it's supposed to rain middle of the week. So we really got to get this done. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you anything. I'm doing this right now myself. I was hoping to have a helper get me lined up in the block, because if not, I'm gonna have to do it blind from the top. You can actually see it from the wheel well down in this direction. But like I said, I don't have a helper, so I'm going to get started on this. I'll check back in as soon as I figure out what's going on and see if I can actually do this. Okay, so in my haste to try and get this done, if you look closely, there's an O-ring on there already. I was under the assumption it was supposed to be up here. I got to looking at it closer, it's right there. So it looks to be in good shape. So I'm going to leave that on there. But I guess I watched a video on these just to see if somebody had actually done this. I'm going to clean this up really well. Excuse me for that. I'm going to clean this up really good and put it back on, because it has to seat in the hole. So I'm going to try and put it back on, seat it, clean up the engine block where there's been oil on it, clean this up before I put it on. And we'll check back in and let you know what happens here. So this is what I come up with. You see the vice grips here? Straight down here. If you can see that, let me get closer. I have it clamped to the mount that runs down here, bolts the side of the engine block. Now this is a quick fix. This isn't permanent. I'm not leaving it like this. So before somebody kills me in the comments, this is only temporary. But this is what you can do if you have a pair of vice grips alongside the road and your dipstick tube breaks off the bracket, because there's only 2 or 3 little tack welds holding that on. This is something you can do, but you need to go take a light and look under here. I don't know if you can see this or not. Don't know if you can see the dipstick tube in the engine block or not. If you can see that bolt head, it's to the left of the bolt head in there. And out of them up here a little bit higher, you can see better. So vice grips got it on the bracket. Your bracket goes down there both to the engine block. But you have to make sure, and I can't tell how well you were able to see it looking at the screen, that tube down there when we were looking in the wheel well has got to be flush in the engine block. It has to be sealed, then you put your vice grips on. So if you have this problem, this is a quick fix for you until you get a new tube. And these things, I wouldn't try welding them. They're pretty thin, so just get a new one. They're only about 30 bucks, but if you don't have the money till payday, this is something you can do just as a quick fix. So, but you have to make sure it's sealed at the engine block. Make sure there are O-rings on it, or you'll have issues. So, but just to review the whole thing real quick, vice grips will work. Clamp it on that mount. Make sure before you do that it's sealed. It should pop right in to the engine block. Then snap the vice grips on it, then you're good. I couldn't tell looking at the screen on the phone if it was coming out or not, so excuse me, when I edit, I'll look at that. So if not, yeah, it's just, it is what it is. But it'll be on the passenger side wheel well, and you can see it if you look above the wheel, above the tire, I guess. So if you have any questions, please leave. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or question. But I'm gonna just, I think, leave this as a quick fix for a dipstick tube that broke off the bracket or something like that. I'll title it. I hope this helps somebody, because that's why I'm posting this. There's not many videos on this particular thing. There's one good video, but I'm gonna make this as a quick tip suggestion to hopefully help somebody out. Because if you're a young kid or something and you're waiting until payday, whatever, you don't have the $30 at the parts store to get your new tube, you can do this real quick. The only key is to make sure that's sealed and seated on the engine block, and then put your vice grips on it. So that's it for this one. Sorry about the camera work. I tried my best to get it in there, but hopefully we'll be back here with some new videos pretty soon. So please like, subscribe. God bless you, and we'll see you down the road.